Don't care about the history and not in a negative way. Like, for me, this is just another race.
It's a crown jewel. I'm surprised it's even something to talk about. It's Indy.
Has to have a really cool trophy and pay a lot of money.
Oh, Joey! Oh, no! Joey Gross is around.
I definitely think our races are too long. I think 3 hours is too long.
My race car just, went straight up, ended up flying over the guardrail, across the other lane. I flipped 8 times, massive crowd. It was my first time ever crashing anything. Never even had a fender bender.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Lucas Oil Studios and riding on the dope Seppa General Tires, Speed Freaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody. Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is Speed Freaks!
31. We already won.
Freak Nation, let me lay it out there for you, man. You have a 2-time winner in the NASCAR Cup Series, a part-time driver that will not make it to the playoffs. We're talking about Heim time, man. Dude has himself 2 Cup Series wins, 2 more wins that Kyle Larson's had over the last 13 months.
Yeah.
Is that right?
That's right. Over 400 days. It's been a minute.
So how about that new points configuration we got going on here, Freak Nation? Corey Heim, who's running for 2311 with Denny Hamlin and Michael Jordan. Dude's got 2 race wins. These race wins are so hard to come by, and he's not going to be in the playoffs. Am I trying to make something out of nothing?
I think, in my opinion, yes.
Yeah.
Chase, by the way, Chase.
Sorry, Chase. Playoffs.
Same deal.
Listen, we're not supposed to call a regular season champion, right?
Apparently. But I don't think it's a topic, only because had this been the prior format with the winning you're in, he's not racing full time, so it doesn't even matter. But the sentiment remains the same, though. You're a two-time winner. You deserve some sort of
something, man.
Yes, some accolade or whatever.
Freak Nation, got a heck of a show for you tonight. 2 hours, man. First hour on Fox Sports FS2, and of course, both hours on Official Speed Freaks on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're there for you, man. And of course, the Freak Radio Network. Richard C. Suave, he's here. Crasher, she's there in Indianapolis. She's gonna give us a poignant insight to what happened over the last 48 hours at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Did it feel like a crown jewel to you, Crash Gladys?
No, but I have said this before. I've said that the Brickyard 400 to me was, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not an afterthought. It's something that came on late in the history of NASCAR. And to me, it's never seemed like a crown jewel. But after this weekend and combining it with thoughts of past Brickyard 400s, NASCAR itself seems to really want to make this a crown jewel. That verbiage is just everywhere. And a lot of drivers do claim, like even Joey Logano said, it's the Augusta of racetracks. So it's like, okay, maybe it's just, I don't think of it as a crown jewel because it's just kind of a one and done on the season and it doesn't have a ton of history, but it is still a famed grounds, the hallowed grounds of Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So maybe it's just me that's just not wanting to call it a crown jewel when the series wants it to be.
Well, you, again, stepped in it with a few of your questions with these Cup Series drivers, one being Bubba Wallace, regarding the importance of this race, crown jewel and so forth. Bubba Wallace gave an honest opinion on his take on it. A number of drivers followed suit with their opinion on if Indianapolis Motor Speedway is a crown jewel, whatever the hell that means. It's all subjective as far as I'm concerned. There's
True.
that. There is races and their length. When Kyle Larson said these races are too long, that's what every other driver was waiting on. They were waiting one of their leaders to come up and say, 3 hours, this is just too damn long. When he said that, Cole Cusimano, Richard C., Crash Gladys, when he said that, the door was opened for others to pile on.
I mean, it definitely was, but I've been saying this for months now. I think that NASCAR, one of the hallmarks of it is the endurance aspect. Yes, you have open wheel F1 and IndyCar where it's more of a sprint as opposed to a marathon, but I really appreciate what goes into winning these stock NASCAR races with the endurance in mind. So Kyle Larson comes from a dirt racing background. Those things, the events are not meant to be 3 hour plus. So he's kind of used to that and he likes that. That's what he builds high limit off of. But for NASCAR's sake, that's part of the tradition.
You'll notice that most of your younger drivers feel the same way as Kyle Larson does. And one comment that Bubba Wallace brought up was he had a conversation, and I don't believe we're going to have it in the soundbite with Bubba, but he had a conversation with Kennedy.
Ben Kennedy?
Ben Kennedy, yes. And Ben Kennedy brought up the fact that it's exactly what Cole said 50 years ago, where the endurance of the race car and the endurance of the driver, right now, every one of these freaking cars are going to make the race. Right now, 95% of your drivers are much more fit than the fittest driver in 1975. So it's not so much the endurance for a 400 for me, 600, okay. But when it comes to this race, you've heard a number of drivers talk about North Wilkes-Barre. And why was that race so freaking long? Right?
Yep.
So there's the crown jewel aspect. There is the race length. Once Kyle Larson let that thing flow, man, bam. A number of other drivers jumped on it and had their say. We've got them coming up here in the Freak Nation. We've got Corey Heim, post-race press conference, joining us here in the Freak Nation. Again, two-time NASCAR Cup Series winner, a part-timer that's getting no points. He's just getting a whole lot of cake. Speaking of cake, freaking Skipjack with Front Row Motorsports. I don't want to mess up his
Todd Gilliland.
Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Father.
Listen, I grew up with his old man. I didn't grow up with him. So I sometimes just kind of get those things confused. So Gilliland is $1 million richer because he beat Brian Blaney.
That's right.
And it was incredible how edge of the seat I was for that.
I was, though. I actually, when Blaney crashed, I immediately went to, where is Gilliland? So for the first time in this bracket midseason playoff, I actually was interested, and I'm glad that he held off on it.
Yeah. Agreed.
If there was, if there was a team or a driver that could use that mill, it's Gilliland.
Yeah.
It's not freaking Roger G. Dang Penske.
Exactly. And that was my thing. I could care less about this entire tournament all the way through up until Todd won, because great guy. Front row is a first-class team. So to see them go out and get that $1 million, it's a big deal for them.
How about this aspect of it, though? Remember who won the $1 million tournament last year?
Nope.
It's Ty Gibbs. Remember what happened?
Oh.
You know what happened to Ty Gibbs this year? He's a legit championship contender this year, and he won his first career Cup Series race at Bristol earlier this year. So maybe that's what the whole point now of the Gillen wins the in-season challenge, and now he's primed for a breakout season in 27. Huh? Huh?
All right. Never know.
Yeah, and I understand why they threw that thing in there. It's like, man, we got to get some viewership over on T. We got to give TNT some love. I get it. It is the doldrums of summer, dog days of summer, and July 4th weekend to middle of August. It's like, oh my God, really? Another 3.5 hour race, 4 hour race. Today's race was just over 3 hours, and I paid somewhat attention to it. But following what I did on social, it just seems like this wave is coming. And NASCAR's done a good job in some parts of their decision-making. They're hearing it now, and they're hearing it from Kyle Larson. They're hearing it from Bubba Wallace. They're hearing it from Eric Jones. They're hearing it. These are the guys that are coming out and saying, yeah, these races are just too freaking long. And I understand they have contracts with Fox and TNT and Prime and all, and advertising agreements, but there's going to be a time, Cole Cusimano, where it's not about the endurance other than maybe Talladega, Bristol,
Darlington,
and of course the 600, Charlotte 600.
Coke 600, yeah.
Right? Coke 600.
Yeah.
So
Can I
Crasher,
tell you something
Go
real
ahead.
quick? You said today was just over 3 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
1 hour of those 3 hours was caution laps. If people on Twitter are saying truths here, and one guy has it down to the minute, so I'm going to take him at his word, NASCAR man, said that the first caution was 29 minutes. It also included that one lap dash to finish stage one. But
Brutal.
overall, brutal, 29 minutes. The next one, which was the end of stage two, and you just kind of use those caution laps to then close out the stage and then keep going yellow under the stage break, that was 21 minutes. And then there was another caution. What Blaney's was, no, there was another caution in the race as well. So just add a few more minutes on. You've got 1 hour out of the 3 that was under caution.
Mm-hmm.
That should not be that way. That is wrong. That is not fair to the viewers.
We've got to figure out another issue with these larger tracks. We've got to figure out how to get the shrapnel on and off the track quick time because of what'd you say, 29 minutes, Crasher?
The first one,
for
including a one lap dash just to finish that stage unnecessarily, and then going back under yellow. That was the most ridiculous part of the day.
Is it, again, we've got so much to hit with the crown jewel, the length of the race. This is what we're going to do, Freak Nation. We got a break in about 20 seconds, Freak Nation. Coming back, Corey Heim joins us. Bubba Wallace, Kyle Larson, Eric Jones, Joey Logano. It's a big freaking show. And Greg Anderson, NHRA Pro Stock winner from Seattle. That old man is going to join us, as well as in the second hour. Her name is Jasmine Salinas, NHRA Top Fuel pilot. More Freaks next.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined. Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for professional detail or shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance
Approaching ludicrous speed.
can't be a question.
Start! Go! Engine!
The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, man, we couldn't do this without our help from Lucas Oil, man. A great website to check out, man. It is hot here in the Midwest. Here in the Midwest, I live in Phoenix. It's hot in the Midwest. It's freaking hot in Phoenix, where it was $1.18 yesterday, and I'm out playing freaking soccer with 2 freaking 12-year-olds. The hell am I thinking? I'm thinking I should go buy a freaking O'Reilly and grab myself some Lucas Oil products, make sure my rides are fat and happy. LucasOil.com. I have always said this, and I'm not saying it's some crazy opinion when it comes to the length of these races, but as far as I'm concerned, there's a groundswell that's coming, and eventually we're going to get some of these races shortened down. For me, when it comes to that topic specifically, the Emperor has no clothes. It's a freaking issue. It is an issue. You cannot collectively keep a group of 20-somethings in front of the TV for 3 freaking hours. You can't. You cannot. Cole is an exception because Cole has followed freaking. No, I'm not knocking you. You have followed the series since you and your old man got connected with it, and you're deep into it. But you're an aberration, frankly. You are. You are an aberration. Even some of those who cover NASCAR, it's like, dude, this is just too freaking long. We got to do something about this. Well, okay, take away the stage breaks. Can we just take away some of the freaking when you heard the drivers coming out and going, North Wilkesboro, why was it 450?
Can I ask a question about this? Because I was out of town for most of the weekend
Right.
this weekend. So I think this is interesting me to weigh in here, because how the hell did this come up? When this came up, I was shocked. I was like, of all things, shortening the races, which is something that I got crushed on social media for all of last year. Anytime I'd bring it up, you're like, you're crazy. That's not NASCAR. And now all of a sudden it's become mainstream. Why?
Crasher?
Well, you know why?
Go
Okay.
ahead. Go ahead, Crash.
Well, there was a quote with Scott Dixon last weekend during the Nashville weekend in which he said, again, I'm paraphrasing, you guys were all a part of this, in which he said that it's just rough. It's tough to watch NASCAR races, something about the lengths. And he said it just allows for a nap at times. And Danielle Trotta picked that up and she just whipped it around and made it hers and said, fine, you tell me when somebody watches your races outside of the month of May. And this led to long races because they were talking about IndyCar being the length being extended at Nashville last weekend. This all is where this long race thing came in, and it kind of veered into the races are too long. Maybe not everybody's talking about a nap anymore, but they're talking about how They're just too long. And here we are asking drivers the same questions. And a lot of drivers are starting to weigh in now. Yeah, maybe they are a little too long. But I do think, Kenny, there is a huge deal in taking away the breaks for the stages. I think that would be a huge, huge benefit to shortening these races, because I'm sorry, no one, especially at a 2.5 mile track, or what was San Diego, 12 miles? Kidding. But you don't need to go around the track 5 times on a super long track. I mean, that's just unnecessary.
Yeah.
Not to mention it breaks up the flow of organic racing. Whoever implemented the stages are fine. The breaks are not. We've been saying that on this show for 2 years.
Which,
now.
frankly, Cole, that would add to your argument about endurance.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean,
organic, natural racing.
2.5 hours in a race car in August. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. There's guys dehydrating left and right.
2 hours in a race car. You'll have drag racers that spend 4 seconds in their race car, but they've got to sit back in those staging lanes for 30 minutes, and they're freaking dying in the middle of August. So there's your endurance, my man.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree. I'm not oblivious to that either. I think the biggest thing is, obviously, you could take away the stage breaks, which would be a huge deal. But there was one thing I'm happy Crash brought it up with the caution and length of the caution laps.
Right.
Somebody pulled the numbers on Twitter. I wish I could reference them. But they said that this year alone, 1/3 of all the races accounted for cautions.
Damn.
So there's your
do the
time right
math.
there. Exactly. There's your time right there.
Do the freaking math.
And I'm sure, obviously, sponsors and TV and the advertising is a big part of that. But there's your answer right there into shortening these races.
And as I mentioned, Kyle Larson, Corey Heim is going to be joining us here in a little bit. Kyle Larson is the one that opened the door for other drivers to come out and say how they really felt about the length of these races. Not all of them agree with Kyle Larson, but once Kyle said this, it's like, bam, the floodgates open for a number of drivers saying, yeah, man, we just need to chill. This is a group of drivers talking about shortening these races. We kick it off with Kyle Larson.
Well, I'll start off by saying, yes, I agree that a lot of our cup races are too long. I just think the way that the world has kind of gone, and how people consume sports, I definitely think our races are too long. I think 3 hours is too long. So, yeah, but as far as a nap, I don't know. So it doesn't really bother me, but I agree with what he was saying.
I've said for years, I don't think there shouldn't be many races over 400 miles at all, which we've pretty much gotten there. I think, you look at Daytona 500, Southern 500, Coke 600. Got to keep all those. It's just part of our history and our sport. But going to Wilkesboro and why we made it a 450-lap race, I think everybody was a bit mind-boggled in the field. I don't know if maybe Joey had fun.
Who's laughing now?
The fans seem to like long races, right? They want a good bang for their buck. All right, that's good. I like driving cars. Let's keep going. Like I'm good, I love the opposite of that is dirt racing. Right, and I love watching dirt cars. So don't take this the wrong way. I love watching it. But as a driver, you'd get done and be like, I didn't get to drive much today. Right? Like the few dirt races I've done, I'm like, that's it. I've been here all day long. I ran 20 laps or 50 laps. I'm like, ugh.
I heard clips of Larson's interview, and we've always said it, like attention spans nowadays are not the same as what they used to be, right? And we are big on tradition and history and well, this is how it was when it started, so we got to keep it the same today's age, because it's like, okay, well, no one wants to sit there for 3.5 hours and watch a race. What are you going to do? Well, the answer is oftentimes nothing. We're going to keep it and deal with it. I don't know how to go about it and shorten up the distances and whatnot, but I think Ben Kennedy said it with the Barstool guys, right? Like, it was like man versus machine when they started out, and like which car could last the longest, which driver could last the longest, and we would praise that. Well, every car should go the distance, and every driver should go the distance.
Yeah, Bubba hit the nail on the head there. People's attention spans nowadays are just diminishing by the day. So it would be a major benefit to NASCAR if they were to shorten these races somehow. And I think what a good compromise might be, and I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this too,
right,
if you don't want to shorten the race length, what if you shorten the season? That's another thing that people have been crying about for many years now.
38 races, 36-point races.
Mm-hmm. So if you're not going to shorten the race lengths, shorten the season.
It's another thing we've talked about on Speed Freaks for probably 2 decades now. The season is too long. The NFL does it right in that they've only got 16, 18 regular season games. And guess what? At the end of that, even though you've still got some playoffs, people are dying to see their team play again. They go months without seeing their team, and it leaves them wanting more. That's exactly what NASCAR should buy into, because 2 months of an off season isn't going to do that. The market is oversaturated. So I would totally agree with that, Cole.
I'm curious, though, Cole, and it's tough to ask this question of you because you've been so entrenched with NASCAR and stock car racing to where you're just getting your feet wet in IndyCar and drag racing and Supercross, that if you didn't cover NASCAR, you did not cover NASCAR, you weren't part of Speed Freaks, you didn't write for AZ Central, what would you be doing on a Sunday afternoon?
If I wasn't watching NASCAR?
Or would you be watching NASCAR if you didn't have the hook of having to cover it?
I mean, I don't
every 36 freaking races.
Personally, yeah, I just love NASCAR, so it's hard for me to answer that question unbiased. But I'd probably find another sport to watch. I'm just a big sports guy in general. Either hang out with family or watch a different sport. But I don't have a problem watching 38 races a year. I'd watch it every single week. Personally, but
well, that's right. Yeah, and you live in a house by yourself. You don't have a freaking girlfriend. And I'm not making fun. I kind of am, frankly. But you don't have a number of extracurricular activities. You don't play on a softball team. You work your butt off at Amici's. You pirate freaking movies off of Napster.
Yeah,
things like that. I mean,
I'd probably be working honestly,
right? Because thank goodness I get paid to cover races, man. Thank goodness. I mean, it's just Crasher had to sit there and be a part of that all day. It's just sitting in a media center during a freaking yellow caution is just painful.
Yes and no.
We got a break. We got a break.
It is still part of our passion. I'm cool with it.
It's just you sit depending on where you're sitting in the media center around the people that you're sitting around. It's nothing but 24/7 complaining.
It really is. It's accurate.
Oh, Freak Nation, Corey Heim coming up. Greg Anderson, NHRA Pro Stock winner from Seattle, put down the Geritol to join me. He'll be joining us this hour on Fox Sports. Don't forget, be sure to be a part of our official Speed Freaks YouTube channel to catch the second hour as well. More Freaks next.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance approaching ludicrous speed can't be a question. Start! The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
Sooner or later, you'll own General.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race. It's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar company misled you. Or is your solar contract buried with hidden fees? Are you not saving the amount of money you thought you would on your energy costs? Don't worry. At the Solar Exit Hotline, we can help you cancel your solar contract, even if the panels are already installed. Our experienced legal team will review your contract and help you cancel it, possibly saving you thousands of dollars. You got to call right now for complete details. So listen, if you're not happy with your solar contract for any reason, we are here to help you cancel it. Call the Solar Exit Hotline now for immediate options to help you exit your solar contract. This call is 100% free.
800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. That's 800-798-9512.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, Freak Nation, coming up next hour, we're going to share with you our Beat the Freaks, where you get a chance to win a set of General Tires, Freak Nation. Be sure you follow us on Instagram. Before the NASCAR Cup race on the weekend, we ask you to give us your 3 picks. And if we pick you, you beat us, you take home a set of General Tires. If you don't win them, go to generaltire.com to check out a line of tires for your hot rods. That's generaltire.com.
Anybody take Corey Heim?
Definitely not.
I hope they didn't, because they would have gotten 0 points from it. Because
that's true.
Because he's, as Kenny alluded to at the top of the show, he is ineligible for the NASCAR chase despite having 2 wins on the season.
Real quick on that, though.
Ooh, yeah. Nugget, Cole.
So,
what do you got?
Not getting any driver points, but in the owner points, the 67 car that Corey Heim's driven for 8 races is ranked above Connor Zilich and Cody Ware, full-time drivers. So there you go.
Ouch. Oh, that's harsh.
One other note about the length of these races. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway, granted, first race was over, 110 years ago, Crasher?
Yes, 1909.
Okay. And I can only imagine what a freaking snooze fest that was. But tracks are created for a certain make of car, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway is not made for stock car racing. It's just not. And it was evident today when my 12-year-old daughter was watching the beginning of that race. She goes, "Oh my God, they're so slow." She saw the snake line on the front stretch. Go there, the front stretch, and it just came just like, that's it. That is it. The track is not for stock car racing. What was perceived as be the first super speedway back then? Not Talladega, but was it Darlington? What?
So you're talking about for NASCAR.
Yeah, Darlington was like the original super speedway. That's a great race, man. But IMS, no, it's not. I can't stand around and go, great race. I just can't do it. It screams crappy racing. But
it's a crown jewel, Kenny. NASCAR wants us to call it a crown jewel.
So Kenny wants to go back to the road course, which they tried.
Hell yes, I do.
They tried that for 2 years and it got wiped off the face of the planet for a reason.
All right. Coming up, we've got, speaking of crown jewel conversation, we've got that conversation coming up. But first, Corey Heim, again, as Cole said, 2 races this year. San Diego, and of course, Indianapolis Motor Speedway. But really, the story for me is the middle finger between him and one Carson Hocevar. Is that right, Cole Cusimano?
That's correct. One of the defining moments of this race and Corey Heim's win was late in this running before a set of pit stops. Corey Heim had yet to pit. Carson Hocevar had just pit and was trying to get his lap back. And Corey Heim was perceived as blocking Carson Hocevar on the track, which led up to him winning this race. So he was asked in the media center post-race about this alleged disagreement and his side of the story between him and Carson Hocevar.
That's a good question. I'm not too sure. I was blocking him, not really too bad, I thought. I mean, I was trying to just hold my position, and I never threw like a bad block. I was just trying to protect my entry, and he didn't like it, but he lost and I won, so I don't really care.
Love it.
So awesome. He got a little animated there. Oh, Corey Heim.
Yes.
Heartbeat of about 50 when he's in a race car. The second soundbite is also in regards to Hocevar?
It is. Actually, Corey Heim was asked 3 times about Carson Hocevar in his post-race winning press conference, and this is his response to being asked about a potential budding rivalry as he makes his rookie campaign in 2027.
Where did he finish today?
No!
You guys love talking about a guy finished 9. Holy crap.
Let's go.
Yeah, I mean, all I did was make sure he stayed behind me, and I did, and I finished in front of him. I don't worry about a narrative or a genre. Like, he's got a ton of talent, and he's going to win a lot of races, and I'm focused on myself and trying to do the same. That's really all there is to it.
But what I didn't see the whole middle finger.
You didn't see it?
No.
Yes, it was about, it was the last set of pit stops, basically.
Right.
He was holding up Carson for a good, 15 laps, 10, 15 laps. And it was clear, like, he didn't want him to pass and get his lap back. So as Heim was surrendering to pit road, Hocevar ran him down the pit entrance and flipped him the bird.
Bang!
Will Power style, huh?
Yes. Yep.
And then, as Jimmy Johnson said later in the broadcast, I love it that the birds are back.
Yeah.
Yes, and it wasn't just that. So on Saturday after qualifying, Daniel Suarez flipped Hocevar the bird after he beat him out for the pole. And in the race, Noah Gragson flipped off Connor Zilic for another incident. So
sweet.
Yeah, the bird's back in NASCAR,
Birds
baby.
are back in town. Birds are back in. Well, Suarez and Hocevar, that had to be like a friendly finger.
Yeah, no, but
right?
still a finger, you know.
Speaking of middle fingers and punching people in the face, man, that guy driving the #1 Busch Series car actually won him a freaking stage.
That's right.
Right, the Melon Man.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa,
Ross Chastain.
where the hell has he been all year, Freak Nation?
MIA.
So, again, Corey Heim got himself a crown jewel win, and I love what Bubba says about a crown jewel. He says what the majority of us think about things that we hear about things. And what I'm talking about was the legendary Lambeau Field, playing on the frozen tundra, and winning at this race, winning at Pomona Nationals. That's the special, winning at the Garden, winning. It's like, no, it's just another freaking court. So, Crasher, I believe we kick it off with you asking Bubba about a crown jewel that some say is Indianapolis and isn't Indianapolis, and followed by a number of other drivers talking about, is it a crown jewel or not?
Crash Gladys with Speed Freaks. You mentioned the Brickyard 400 as a crown jewel, and clearly this is hallowed ground in the automotive space, in motorsports in general.
Yep.
How do you consider this a crown jewel?
Yeah, I mean, for me, honestly, I just call me a bandwagoner, I guess. For me, ever since, being in the sport, I always knew that the crown jewels, we talked about it. We publicize of what crown jewels there are, Daytona 500, Coke 600, Brickyard 400, and the Southern 500. Like, that's all that's talked about, right? And so I'm just like, okay, but yeah, for me, even after winning the Brickyard, like I've always said in interviews, like, really don't care about the history and not in a negative way. Like, for me, this is just another race.
What is your opinion on the argument that has surfaced this week on whether or not the Brickyard 400 is considered a crown jewel?
It's a crown jewel. I'm surprised it's even something to talk about. is Indy. You can race anything here. It's a crown jewel. Right? Everybody wants to win here. It's because of the history, the heritage of the location. That's what makes it so special. It's not that, we started the race later here, our cup racing later here than other tracks. Sure. But it doesn't take away from the facility of what it is and what it means to just be in here racing. So to me, it could be the inaugural event, which back then that would have been a crown jewel 30 years ago.
Definitely, since it's back on the oval, I don't count the road course as much as one, but the years it's on the oval, 100%. And it's just it's a hard race to win. I mean, every race is hard to win, but this one takes just no mistakes.
I think it did not fit that when it was a road course. I think it does fit that as the oval. There's some carry on to it with the fact of how many people came to this race in the late 90s, early 2000s. We'd like to see more people come to this race.
So, Crasher, we've got about a minute and a half. What was your overall opinion on how the drivers felt about the crown jewel or not the crown jewel?
Believe it or not, I think more drivers do consider it a crown jewel.
Right.
And I was shocked to find that because I didn't think Kyle Petty was wrong. He's the one that kind of started this debate on Friday of the Brickyard weekend, saying, this came in late in our history. Show me what makes this a crown jewel. But other drivers started to say the amount you're paid, the cool trophy, the hallowed grounds, the fact that it's only one time a year. There's a lot of drivers that did come around and say, yeah, this is different than other races that we have. And the fact that it is one of the harder races to win because track position is so crucial. You can't, at least in this car, you cannot just race your way around the track to find a win. You got to make magic happen like Corey Heim did today.
Yeah, so you're telling me that Martinsville's not a crown jewel, that Bristol's not a crown jewel, and I can go on and on with tracks that NASCAR races and have been racing for decades upon decades, but they're not crown jewels, but IMS is because they just started there in the early 90s. And back then, at least, right?
It has nothing to do with when they started.
No.
Drivers considered just the facility itself as
Right.
being big enough to be a crown jewel.
I understand the importance of playing basketball in Madison Square Garden. I understand that. And the old Boston Garden.
I wish we had more time to talk about this because you guys are dead wrong.
Agreed. Yeah,
you guys
absolutely.
are dead wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, again, I don't come of the perspective of thinking of it as a crown jewel. I remember just being kind of slapped in the face in the mid-90s going, NASCAR is here. Wait, what?
And you're going to fall asleep.
I'm not one.
More
What's
freaks
that?
next.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link. And you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance
Approaching ludicrous speed.
can't be a question.
Start! Go! Engine!
The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race. It's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pumps, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation, be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, Official Speed Freaks. You'll be able to catch not just the first hour, but the second hour at Official Speed Freaks, where we're going to have Greg Anderson, NHRA Pro Stock winner from Seattle. Also, Jasmine Salinas, a portion of the full 40-minute interview for Black Flag Confessions. This is a girl on the rise that you really hope she does well to where she can get a full-time ride in the top fuel class. Almost got herself a race win last weekend in Sonoma. Gets taken out by Doug Coletta in Seattle. But regardless, we're going to spend some time with her next hour. And our Beat the Freaks. Cole and I were having this conversation off mic, and we're going to continue our discussion about this crown jewel and really elaborate a little bit more, because I'm trying to put myself back when I was in my 20s and my 30s, when I wasn't so jaded. And I don't mean jaded necessarily. I can't think of a better word. Someone that's just, I've been around the block a lot of times. There was a point where I was sick of going to concerts, and I am a music fiend. Richie knows what a big music hound I am. But in my business as a rock radio DJ and personality, I was going to all these freaking shows. And I was like, oh, my God, I'm 30 years old. I'm so tired. I just went, what the hell are you thinking? But I'm that way now. It's like there aren't a whole lot of shows that get me excited to go see, because I'm not knocking somebody that gets excited to go see a show. But the Eagles at the Sphere, I'd like to see Metallica at the Sphere. That would get me jacked up. I'd like to see Jack White. I'd like to see him live in concert. There are some shows that get me jacked up, but playing that into this hollow grounds of Indianapolis Motor Speedway, there's only one race that gets me jacked up, and that's the Indy 500 there. That is it. That is absolutely it. Stock cars just does not get me excited. Bristol, when Bristol was sold out, that night race, that Saturday night race with 30-some-odd cars, 40 at the time, I think it was, 90,000 people and screaming down the front stretch at the drop of the green. Man, that was special. Statman coined it. It was Jurassic. That was a special race. So there's instances that still get me jacked up for certain races. But again, it just stock cars at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I don't know what the crown jewel is all about, other than it says IMS and all these open wheel drivers have won here. Richie.
Yeah, you're dead wrong. You were dead wrong, Kenny. And I'm flip flopping from what I said last week about North Wilkesboro, because we had a discussion last week about North Wilkesboro and how I had zero nostalgic factor for that track that hasn't been around in 30 years as far as a points race in the Cup Series, whereas the Brickyard has been around for 30 plus years. And I think my tune changed when I went to the Indianapolis 500 for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
When I walked on to the grounds at Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the first time, it was like a religious experience in a way, especially on race day. On Indianapolis 500 race day, Crash and I went to the museum that day. And so I got to experience a lot of the history of the track and with my own eyes that was on display in the museum. And once I was able to experience that and understand and see it with my own eyes and feel the energy and that track and IMS brought, I would change my tune. If you asked me this 3 years ago, I would have been like, Brickyard 400 Crown Jewel. No, but you show up to IMS and my tune changes, because now you're walking on hallowed grounds for 100 plus years, and you listen to the drivers. They all want to win this. The greatest drivers in NASCAR history have won there. I looked up the past winners there. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt, Jimmy Johnson won there. Kevin Harvick, future Hall of Famer, actually Hall of Famer this year. Tony Stewart. Let's see, Kyle Busch won there, right? Kevin Harvick multiple times. Kyle Larson, Bubba Wallace, now Corey Heim, who's going to be a future superstar too. Like, all these great names in NASCAR have won there. And the thing that sold me was you listen to all the drivers there, and it was Joey Logano. He laughed. Joey Logano laughed at the thought that it wasn't a crown jewel. The drivers want to win this race more than anything, more than a few other races, right? It's like the Daytona 500 and then the Southern 500, and then the Brickyard is third.
You know what they call the golf course there, Richie?
No, I don't care.
It's called the Brickyard. If Scheffler
Brickyard
crossing, sorry. If the PGA held an event, because it's inside of the track. Oh, it's hollow ground.
Because it's the
it's
motorsports. Because they're hitting a little white ball, bro. That's not the same as going 200 miles per hour down the straightaway.
If they put center in there. And they had a tennis tournament. Oh, I won in Indianapolis. It's hollow ground.
It's not the same.
No.
Dude.
It's a motorsports venue.
Crazy.
It's motorsports. Yeah, and that's why it means so much to the drivers. Even though there's a more of a history with IndyCar, it's hallowed grounds. It's a place that the drivers want to win at. And just going back to the tradition of it all, again, 30 years. It's a pretty substantial amount of time. I go back to my time growing up watching NASCAR. Obviously, I'd turn into IndyCar, watch the 500 here and there. I knew of the milk tradition, but for me, growing up during that early 2000s era, I think of them kissing the bricks. That's a cool tradition to me. And I think trying to cater to a younger demographic going forward, like NASCAR is, you should lean into that tradition like they have been doing this weekend, because people like myself and Richie, we grew up on that. Kissing the bricks. It's a prestigious racetrack, a prestigious hallowed grounds in Indianapolis. So I think it's a crown jewel. Absolutely.
All right, Cole Cusimano, you being the residential snorkeler for the New York Knicks, let's say that you're in Madison Square Garden, okay, which is hallowed grounds to the NBA.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Hallowed grounds.
Most famous arena.
But I'll argue with that.
Okay.
But when it comes to music, at least back in the day.
Yeah, that's where everybody wants to go, man.
Yeah,
it's MSG.
And finally got the acoustics right about 30 years ago. Listen, man, if you continue to go in and watch your Knicks play and get blown out, you did not see a competitive basketball game in Madison Square Garden for 10, 15 years.
Which happened, yes.
It's still like, I can't wait to get back to the Garden to see the Knicks get crushed.
Well, yeah. It's just the venue
Why?
itself.
You can
Madison
get a
Square
Coca-Cola
Garden.
at the freaking, almost said the Coyotes Arena, at the Suns Arena. It's like, what does it matter? It's a freaking building, man.
Coyotes Arena still
The venue
exists. They just don't
itself.
play there anymore.
Right.
Yeah, no. I mean, it's hallowed ground. It's like Wimbledon. You
Who
mentioned
says
center,
it's hallowed
Wimbledon.
ground? The drivers say it?
It's
drivers
Indianapolis
say it?
Motor Speedway. It's the Brickyard. Are you kidding me?
Anybody with a freaking brain on their head, inside their head and their skull, will tell you it's hallowed ground.
It
That's
is for
insane, dude.
IndyCar. It is for IndyCar, not stock cars.
I think it's racing in
go
general.
To
It's
the, go to the
motorsports.
music crash. How many stock cars did we see at the IMS museum? There were several.
Entire loads of them in an entire section. And
Yes.
they even made it bigger this weekend. The more I'm hearing,
Does it
you
make
guys
the
talk-
racing any better?
No.
No.
it doesn't.
Doesn't.
Who cares?
The racing sucks. Heim
it
boots.
does.
It does.
So yeah, great. It's hollow ground. Oh, but the racing sucks. Great. Get out of there, NASCAR. Sorry, Crash. Sorry.
No, I mean, the more I'm hearing them talk, it is true. And you would admit this, Kenny, when it comes to certain golf courses. Because I even went to Scotland with you, and you were like, oh, this is such and such green, and the grass is this type. And, oh, yeah, look at the rough over there. Obviously, I'm not a golfer. But, Kenny, you do the same thing with golf courses.
Exposed.
It's not exposed. I didn't say this is how
out.
it was the Open. It was the Senior Open. It was the Open in Scotland. I didn't. It's like great. It's like I you know what? I wouldn't want to play that freaking course. It's so freaking average, and it was cold as hell.
Oh,
it's a freaking links course. It was horrible. I just if the product
you think that about other golf courses.
Yeah, I'm over there with freaking Ben Crenshaw helping him find his balls in the rough. That was awesome. Hey, the product has to sell me first, man. Great. When I go to Yankee Stadium for the first time, which I did, I saw the Rangers play the Yankees. That was cool. But that's it. I don't need to go back and see it again. Great. Okay, hallowed grounds. They won 40 freaking championships or whatever. It's like, okay, I was there.
Fenway, Wrigley.
You know?
Exact. Thank you. I was going to bring those
Yeah,
up. Yep.
Exactly. Those. It's okay, hallowed ground. But it's like, if your product sucks, why do you feel like we got to go back there? We got to go back.
Oh, Kenny, the Cubbies sucked for decades upon decades upon decades, but that place was sold out all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Look, man, we are a
grounds.
country. No, the human is such a gullible mammal that, yes, I almost went there. We can be led to believe anything, including drinking Kool-Aid, because some freaking stick horse said, drink Kool-Aid, and you're going to head up to different planetary arrangements. Listen, saying it's hollow ground just because somebody else said it's hollow ground. Richie, you
Yes?
didn't believe it until you saw it, right? Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
Yeah, I just said that. Yes.
Which is part of what makes something so hallowed. And it's part of what makes it the mystique become a reality when you set foot in that place. I mean, Kenny, that's...
Then why didn't you just walk in there and go see the museum and leave? Why do you have to see a freaking boring stock car race? Anybody? Hello? Anybody?
It's a competition. It's sport.
Oh, it's awesome.
You're making history when you win at the Brickyard.
You're making history if you walk through a door.
Oh
my
that's
God.
news to me.
You're
No,
making
you don't kiss that door. You don't lick that doorknob. Nope, you don't make history walking through a door. You do when you cross a yard of bricks.
Yeah.
I am talking myself into thinking this is a crown jewel now. I started this
All
hour.
right, we gotta
saying
go.
it
We gotta
wasn't
go.
a
We
crown
gotta
jewel.
go. Big second hour, freaks. Be
Hour
sure you
two.
subscribe to Official Speed Freaks on YouTube to catch the second hour. Late.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined. Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for professional detail or shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link. And you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring. Hello. You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance approaching ludicrous speed can't be a question. Start! Go! Engine! The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Don't care about the history and not in a negative way. Like, for me, this is just another race.
It's a crown jewel. I'm surprised it's even something to talk about. It's Indy.
Has to have a really cool trophy and pay a lot of money.
Oh, Joey! Oh, no! Joey Gross is around.
I definitely think our races are too long. I think 3 hours is too long.
My race car just, went straight up, ended up flying over the guardrail, across the other lane. I flipped 8 times, massive crowd. It was my first time ever crashing anything. Never even had a fender bender.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from the Lucas Oil Studios and riding on the dope set of General Tires, Speed Freaks, Kenny Sargent, Crash Gladys, Richie, Cole, and Cody. Big Johnson. This isn't a show, it's a takeover, no rules, no limits, just speed, smoke, and straight talk. Strap in, Freak Nation! This is Speed Freaks! We already won. We already won.
Second Hour of the Freaks continues on the Freak Radio and Podcast Network, and of course at Official Speed Freaks on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. We're there for you, Freak Nation. The website, speedfreaks.tv, which, Richie, I got to remind you, let's put another poll up there that's other than the new horsepower package that we talked about 4 or 5 months ago. Deal?
Okay.
I'll remind you. Freak Nation, yeah, speedfreaks.tv is the website. Make sure you follow us on all the social media handles, including TikTok there, Freak Nation, because you're going to get some insight that you typically don't get from snorkelers that love themselves some NASCAR. Coming up this hour, Greg Anderson, NHRA Pro Stock winner from Seattle. He'll be joining us here in the Freak Nation. Him and Greg Stanfield, a couple of old dudes in the finals. And Stanfield, red lights. Greg Anderson, another race win. He'll be joining us this hour. Also, Jasmine Salinas, top fuel pilot. She'll be joining us this hour. We're going to maybe award or maybe not award our General Tires to a Freak Nation member who decided to try and beat the Freaks. That's also coming up. And I want to get to that accident with Joey Gross, the pro stock pilot, who was in the fourth and final qualifying round, just ran through an issue with his car and consequently paid the price. He walked away. He's fine. We'll show you that video coming up sometime this hour. Crasher, Koku Samano, residential snorkeler of One NASCAR, would like to ask you a question, and I think it's a legitimate question, but not only answer his question, but talk about the first time it was announced that NASCAR was going to run at Indianapolis Motor Speedway and how it was perceived. Hold on a second. Ask the question.
Right. So Richie hit the nail on the head here. I think what makes the Brickyard a crown jewel for NASCAR is the energy, the aura when you walk into that facility. And I think Ryan Preece said as much when he was asked that during the scrum. So I'm curious, what is the energy like at a NASCAR race at Indianapolis? Does it feel electric? Does the community embrace it? Like, do the Hoosiers get hopped up when NASCAR comes to town for a race at IMS?
That's a spectacular question because, yes, in the 90s, Hoosier hospitality was on full force. And, yes, the city got crazed for it. The state got crazed for it. I don't see that from external parts of the city. I see people coming in for it, like coming in from Illinois, coming in from Missouri, coming up from Kentucky or Tennessee. I don't see the hype in the city of Indianapolis like I once did. So, and that it's funny you bring that up because it's something that I'm like, wait a minute, that needs to change because in all this crown jewel talk this weekend, it's like, well, then make Indy want it more. Indy wants the Indy 500 again. Make Indy want the Brickyard 400 again. We've done that. It's been done in the past. What's it going to take? I don't know. The music was better at the track this weekend. There was a great vibe on race day this morning and even after the race. So more of that. Bring it. I don't know. Clearly, they like their Ferris wheels. Let's bring a Ferris wheel into the infield. Make it something more kid-friendly, even though lots of kids were there. But I think they can do better. I think there's something still missing to make the city get involved again like I believe they should.
So another question for you really quick. So does it feel different from going to like a Phoenix Raceway or a Worldwide Technology Raceway? Is there like a big difference in being there for NASCAR at Indy?
Ooh, that's an excellent question too. I don't feel or see much of a difference. I actually see more advertising in the city of Phoenix and more advertising around the city of St. Louis for those tracks than I do for the Brickyard. And I think part of that comes from, I think that a lot of people around the Brickyard kind of expect it to sell itself. But I think we're in a new era in which, no, people still need reminders. But yeah, it doesn't feel completely different driving into the track here in Indy versus other tracks.
Surprising.
You know what I'm thinking, Richie? The issue I might have here is just really the relatively newness of stock car racing at that track. The racing blows, but hollowed grounds, yes, for racing and the significance of that track and actually development of speed and tires and what that track has served. I get all that. But stock car racing, nah. I was thinking about a National Football League team and field that to me would get close to hollow grounds. It would be the old Candlestick. And the reason is hollow grounds to me because of the legendary games that were played there. Unfortunately, a lot of them had to do with the Cowboys. And just the significance of where that stadium was positioned off the bay there. And it was cold as F. You never knew what kind of weather was going to blow in. The grass was crap. It was just significant in my 20s and 30s of watching some fantastic freaking games there. So I could hold that stadium up. I've never been to Lambeau, never done a Lambeau shuffle, never done that. But I can understand it. But it's just the memories of certain sports and how long it's been going on there might be why I'm angling towards such disdain for stock car racing at Indianapolis. Because 94, bruh, How old are you in 94, Cole?
-2.
Exactly. Right? So it just doesn't do it for me. It does not do it for me. I've seen how many 400s have I been to, Crasher? 2 or 3 there?
I'm sorry, but I don't remember you coming to one.
Oh, I've been there. Oh, yeah. I've been there for 2.
Okay. Okay. I'll go with that.
When I go through the tunnel at Daytona, that's hallowed grounds. When you go through that tunnel and you're right in the middle of it, that's a great vibe. Just like going through the tunnels at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. That's a vibe for me. Pomona, maybe for drags, maybe. But I see better racing at Worldwide Technology Raceway. And again, I'll get beat up from some folks.
How many bad Indianapolis 500s have there been?
Well, that's a better question for Crash.
Right?
There's been a few.
Why should the state of the racing matter in terms of the importance of the event itself?
Well, a couple of
how many NBA finals have we watched that were crap?
Garbage.
How many Stanley Cup finals have we watched that are crap?
Garbage.
The product doesn't matter. It's the
The
trophy.
product
It's
matters.
the trophy that matters.
That's your
it's that
opinion.
picture.
That's a great point.
It's that picture
That is a good point.
of Corey Heim kissing the bricks that matters. I don't give a rat's ass if the product is bad or good.
Well, that's you. If I'm going to spend my hard-earned money, I've got to see a race. I got to see an event. I don't want to see Center go out there and win 3 sets straight in school. I need to see a match. Come on.
I mean, it's fair, but it's just the tradition and the history.
You're not going to change our mind. dude.
I'm not trying to
disagree. The
change your
racing
mind. I'm telling you what,
sucks.
you guys,
horrible.
These young bucks here to my left and my right, it's like the antithesis of get off my lawn guy. I'm the one that should be saying all this.
Listen, we're the ones that NASCAR wants to cater to, right? This demographic.
Yeah.
And we're the ones saying it's a crown jewel. It's worthy of being called that. So, I mean, they're doing something right, I guess.
Are they?
I mean,
The racing
sucks. The racing sucks. But like you said, the payoff is the kiss of the bricks.
Yeah, I think we get it that you're not a fan of the racing product. There were a few exciting moments today, though. You can't see the entire
all those lead changes
under green. Yeah,
I'm
all
not
those
saying that.
all
I'm
those lead
saying
changes 0.
restarts. I'm saying restarts, but here
A restart?
you are right.
Versus and you're up to 230. Sorry, man. Give
Here's
me
the deal. I want to
Bristol.
go back on what Cole
give
was
me-
saying and that they're doing something right because yes, they are.
Put the
There was a
goddamn
big
bricks
hold on.
at freaking Bristol for night racing. Let them kiss the bricks there.
That doesn't work. No,
Jesus
no,
Christ.
not going to happen. No, but they are doing something right. The Brickyard went through a very low point through, I believe it was the late 2000s, early 2010s. And yeah, there were maybe 30,000 people there. They were really bad
Yeah,
crowds.
it was during the tire
We're
debacle
back up.
era. Yeah.
We're back up at the Brickyard now to, the tire war was horrible. That's right. But we're back up to the 70,000 plus range. And if you think about that, Michigan, just 5 hours north here of Indianapolis, that seats, 50,000? And that's sold out. So it looks good. We're talking 20,000 more than that. And maybe even more at Indianapolis. It just doesn't look good on TV, but they're doing something right if they're selling more tickets and potentially more than last year. So it isn't about the product 100%. It's just not, because you wouldn't continue to sell tickets like this if it was.
Listen, if In-N-Out Burger started to taste like a Big Mac, would you keep going back for the Big Mac just so you could have the wrapper in an In-N-Out Burger wrapper?
I'm so confused.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
The product has to sell itself. The product doesn't sell at the track. Got a break. More Freaks next.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined. Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for a professional detailer shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance approaching ludicrous speed can't be a question. Start! Go! Engine! The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Freak Nation coming up, Jasmine Salinas. She is a badass top fuel pilot. She'll be joining us this hour. Also, our Beat the Freaks results coming up. And we're going to get to that video of Joey Gross and his accident in the Pro Stock car in Seattle coming up. But first, our friends at Lucas Oil remind you, go to lucasoil.com to check out a line of products to get your 2 wheels, your 4 wheels, your speedboat, all on the road, fat and happy. Go to lucasoil.com. Now, Greg Anderson's been coming in here for our 26 years, Freak Nation. He is the GOAT when it comes to pro stock racing. There's nobody better than Greg Anderson. He's in his late 50s, early 60s, I think. I don't know how old the guy, regardless. He was cracking jokes about being geriatric and so forth. I caught up with him earlier today, man. It's always awesome to get him here with the Freaks. He appreciates the invite every time to join us here at the Freaks. The greatest of all time to do it in his pro stock class, Greg Anderson, now. Well, it's good to get him back in here, Freaks. Greg Anderson, longtime friend of the Freak Nation. We're over 26 years of doing Speed Freaks, and this guy decided to put down the Geritol and decided to join us here in the Freak Nation. NHRA Pro Stock winner Greg Anderson here in the Freak Nation. And you made the joke between you and Greg Stanfield in the finals. That's about 200 years of age, my friend.
That's like the geriatric twins going up there. Good God. They gave us both a shot of Geritol before we got in the car. So do your best there, boys. Try to stay awake.
Hey, Greg, it just seems like every time we talk to you, the questions come up. You know, are you done? You really just want to move on. But when you start pressing these lights and start winning races again, continue to win races consecutively throughout the years, there's no inspiration to leave this sport, is there?
No, I can't quit yet, Kenny. And you know, the last couple of weeks have been rough on me. I drove like a geriatric guy and got my butt kicked. And I certainly thought over the last week, we stayed down in Sonoma and drank some wine all week. And I certainly thought, you know, is it time yet? But my wife says, no, you idiot, you're going to be fine. Just go to Seattle and get your together. So we did. And somehow I found a way to get a little confidence back. And I got the right person at the right time today. And we got her done, Kenny. It's just, you just never know on these deals. So you never give up. Don't give up. It's these young kids are tough, but keep throwing it at them. And obviously Greg Stanfield, myself, we beat all the kids today. So we're both pretty proud.
A red light start for Greg Stanfield by just 0.08 of a second. He was too early, and Greg Anderson will finish this one with an exclamation point, 650 with an 8 at 211 miles an hour.
You talk about, of course, the tenure that you've been in the NHRA, and you've raced Stanfield a number of times, and you know his tendencies, I would imagine. Is that true? Did you race him differently with that light today?
Well, I'll tell you what, it's you'd think you'd go up there and you'd race a guy like Greg Stanfield and you say, he's not going to be that 00 guy, or he's not going to be a teen light guy like all these young punks, but he is. The damn guy's doing great. He's found the fountain of youth for sure. So, you got to find a way to dig down and find a way to stay with him. And he went over the edge in the final. He dug down too deep and he got the red light, but he's been doing a hell of a job. He won last week at Sonoma. He damn near swept the Western swing. He 1 round short of swinging a Western swing. So he's on a roll. He's found the fountain of youth. And, I guess we're both putting a little bit of a scare into these young kids. I don't know that they waste any extra time worrying about us, but guess what? We showed them today. So, one day in a row. And how's that song go? I may not be quite as good as I once was, but I could be good once, or some damn thing like that. So that was Greg and I today. So here we are.
You just brutalized the lyric there, my friend. Greg Anderson, NHRA Pro Stock winner.
I'm not a country guy, Kenny. I'm sorry.
Good. Neither am I. We don't need to talk country in here. Let's don't go there. Look, so it sounds like Greg Stanfield in the finals at Seattle raced you like he wanted to, because he knew he had to leave on Greg Anderson, that top end power that you had. So it sounds like he knows how to race you better than you know how to race him.
Well, it's kind of funny because, Dallas Glenn, he's been having his way with us lately, and he just came to me a little while ago, and he's like, can you believe that Greg Stanfield was that worried about you that he went red in the final? I'm like, now that you bring it up, no, that's kind of shocking. But he did. He obviously thought I could do the job there, and we both respect the hell out of each other. And, it's just, you never know who's going to win these deals, Kenny. And if he'd have won it, he'd have swept the Western swing. So he's doing a great job. And yeah, we go way back in a lot of years of racing together. And to do it nowadays with all these young cats in the class that are so good, it's a feather in both of our caps. So we're both pretty proud of today.
Greg, is it, in your opinion, I don't care about other drivers' opinion, in your opinion, is it worse to lose on a red or worse to lose by, a thousandth of a second at the top end in the final?
Honestly, Kenny, if you're not trying hard enough, then you're never going to red light. So you can't ever fault a guy for red lighting because he's trying his ass off and he's doing a good job. 99% of the time, you're going to go over the line once in a while. So I'd rather lose that way. I don't seem to have that red light in my playbook these days. I can't get that close to zero anymore, but he can, and he did. And, it cost him today. So it's something he's got to worry about. I haven't had to worry about that lately. I'll take my 30-40 up there and throw it up against anybody. If they outrun me and do a better job, they do a better job. So, you just don't go over the edge. Don't make that mistake. But you got to try. You got to try as hard as you can every time, Kenny. So you never fault yourself if you're red by just the slightest amount. If you're red by a whole bunch, then yeah, you screwed up. You just screwed up and you're mad at yourself. If you're close to zero and you just go under the line, you got to just say, you know what, I gave it all I had.
Greg, we talk about motorsports drivers, riders, supercross, motocross, peaking at the right time. And it's typically in the summer or tail end of the summer as you get into playoffs and the chase and all of that, depending on what series you're in. What about you, now that you've done this for well over 2 decades? Is there a time that you need to peak, or is it just, I just hope I can get to the finals every race weekend?
Well, I certainly hope I get to the finals every week, but yes, without a doubt, our playoffs start 2 more races, Kenny, and you can't backslide into the playoffs. You got to be on a roll. You got to be on top of that wave when you get into the playoffs. You're not going to, flip the switch when you get to the playoffs. Say I'm going to be good now and come in sucking. You got to come in on a hot streak. You got to come in with confidence. You got to come in with a great car. You got to come in driving well, and then you got a chance in the playoffs. But if you come in limping into the playoffs, forget about it. You're not going to flip the switch. You're not going to just turn it on and be a badass in the playoffs. So yeah, now's time. Now's crunch time. And I told the guys earlier in the press room, we got 2 races till the playoffs, but I consider it's already started. You've got to get in that mode. You got to get your game face on, your playoff face on, and you got to be riding that wave when you come into the playoffs. Because I guess if you look back at history, Kenny, it's been a lot of years since anybody gone into the playoffs outside of the top 2 or 3 has won. Even though there's only 10 points separate them, per position, you got to go in on a wave, on a high wave, and if you can do that, then you got a shot. So I proved today that I'm still alive. I'm still got a shot, and looking forward to the playoffs, even though they haven't officially started yet. I kind of think it really is. It's time.
This is what we need to do, my man. If you recall, when you won the championship in 2024, it was you and your lovely wife just going tongue to tongue, kissing as you came into our show live. And that dude, Warren Johnson. Oh, my goodness. This is going on right now on the Freak Radio Network.
I am.
Groupie.
Number 1 fan, by the way.
Groupie.
Check my jacket out.
Okay, let me see your jacket. Oh, yes. There it is. All right, listen, I wouldn't hate it if you do it again. If Pomona winning the championship, you and your beautiful wife go tongue to tongue, all right?
Get a room, you two. Is that what you said? Jeez. Well, I look forward to that, Kenny. I hope I'm still alive when it comes down to Pomona. That's what it's all about.
Anderson, buddy, it's always fantastic, man, all right?
Thank you, Ken, bud. Thank you.
All right, so Greg Anderson is 65 years old and still schooling the young punks in pro stock. Doug Coletta got himself another race win. He is 61 and whipping ass in the top fuel class, Crasher.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was in his 60s. Holy moly.
And
all right.
I know this. Reaction is the first thing to go when you get older. It is.
Yeah, I found that really interesting when Greg Anderson said, I'm not getting close to 0 anymore. And I'm
Yes.
like, whoa. Whoa.
Which, by the way, the round before where he beat Erica Enders, she laid down a 0-0-0 reaction
she had a
time.
perfect reaction time.
But lost. I think the car lost traction or something like that. Yeah.
Whoa.
So it's and yeah, they're not on the track for 3 hours, and I get all that. They're not running a freaking supercross bike and hitting 6 stories with triples. I understand all that, but reaction time that's what drag racing is. That's what it all is. But these older guys who go out there and continue to kick some ass is just sweet to see, man. It is awesome. All right, this is what we're going to do, Freak Nation. Coming up next, we have a 40-minute interview with Jasmine Salinas. She is running a top fuel car that her dad ran full-time at one time. It's part-time, but she joined us earlier in the week, and we made a part of our Black Flag Confessions where it's just a elongated interview. She has a lot of great insight as someone that still works for her dad at his day job. Going to have that and the accident with Joey Gross coming up. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance approaching ludicrous speed can't be a question. Start! Go! Engine! The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
The smartest way to spend your money is not to. Straight Talk offers free 5G phones for new and existing customers on Verizon's 5G network. So the refund money I don't spend on that free phone is the refund money I get to keep for my family. Smart.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race. It's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link. You'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Listen, were you forced into getting a solar contract and now you just don't want it anymore? Maybe the solar company misled you. Or is your solar contract buried with hidden fees? Are you not saving the amount of money you thought you would on your energy costs? Don't worry. At the Solar Exit Hotline, we can help you cancel your solar contract, even if the panels are already installed. Our experienced legal team will review your contract and help you cancel it, possibly saving you thousands of dollars. You got to call right now for complete details. So listen, if you're not happy with your solar contract for any reason, we are here to help you cancel it. Call the Solar Exit Hotline now for immediate options to help you exit your solar contract. This call is 100% free.
800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. 800-798-9512. That's 800-798-9512.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Hey, Freak Nation, you looking for some money to spend? Why don't you spend it on Jasmine Salinas as a sponsorship? She's on the rise, man. She's running for Team Scrappers, which, of course, is her old man's team, in the top fuel class with NHRA. Got herself a runner-up in Sonoma last weekend, and it was taken out this weekend again by Doug Coletta. But regardless, we spent some good time with her. Here's a portion of the interview from Black Flag Confessions with Jasmine Salinas.
You hit on something there when you said sometimes he tells me things that I don't want to hear, but I need to hear it. Oh, yes, that we can share those exact same things. And it's funny because our ego in a relationship, whether or not you're working together or you have separate jobs, you don't want to hear some things that are crucial. And when you are together, it's like, you got to separate. Like you hear it, you know it's right, but I can't see you right now. Like you're exactly right. And I'm not going to admit to you that you're right. But then I got to, like, at least in my case, I got to walk away for a while and then come back and be like, all right, it's like you said, it's for the business. We got people counting on us. It's for the business. Let's go. So yeah, it's a lot of real world stuff that you guys are on the road dealing with day in and day out. But like you said, you don't know any different. Your parents did that. So that's wow. It's pretty incredible what you have done. And again, you're still so young. You are inspiring the next generation, which is cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's I think it's also really helps too that, you know, he's my best friend. And, you know, we literally do everything together. And sometimes we'll look over at each other. I was like, are you bored of me? Or like, are you getting tired? And then he's like, no, are you getting tired of me? I was like, no. And we've spent like, you know, like 5 weeks in a row together, literally doing everything. And I think it helps when we have the same shared goal. If we love drag racing, we love doing what we do. We love waking up every single day, and to find somebody where you have that shared love and common interest, and you just love hanging out with the person, like it makes it so much easier. Like if I didn't like hanging out with him, this would be too much, you know?
Is he in your hotel room right now, by the way?
No, he's at so we do get some time apart. He's at the track right now, setting everything up.
So he's not hearing this. Okay,
no.
Well, do you guys, okay, let's go back to a tiny bit of the shoestring budget conversation. And then you guys as a couple working together and just basically day in and day out together. do you guys drive or fly to races? Because a little birdie told us that you love Buc-ee's, you love truck stops. And that made me think, oh my goodness, do they not fly to the races? Do they drive together as well?
We will kind of do a mix. We'll try to fly if we can, but like we said, most of our guys are flying. So if the budget's not there and if it's a quick drive, we'll drive to a lot of the races. I think I used to drive to pretty much all of my races when I ran in the Sportsman Series in Top Alcohol Dragster.
Okay.
And so Adam and I would just drive down to all the races, and he's the one that drives the car whenever, and pretty much anytime we're like at home driving, I'm like, I drive already for like on the weekends. That's my job, is to drive. You can drive us everywhere else. But
seriously though, yes.
I'm a passenger princess. I never had I don't get to be a passenger princess anymore. I'm a passenger princess. I just want to sit there, eat my snacks, and my job is to look for all of the gas stations or the stops that we're going to do, find lunch. That is my role. I was like, yes, I will take that on. I love that. But Buc-ee's is a huge place. What is it? Love's gas station. We grew up. So we grew up living 2 hours away from school and work because we couldn't. My parents' family businesses in San Jose, the Bay Area, very expensive at the time. So we had to live 2 hours outside of the city and drive in. So I'm a commuter kid. I've grown up living in cars, like stopping at gas stations. Like that is my thing. Wawa's and Sheets. Like I have all my snacks, my lunches. I know everything that I want for all the places.
Oh, wow. Sheets was in NHRA for a little bit there. Yeah. Come on, we need to bring them back.
I know.
Let's talk a little bit of drag racing. And
hold on a second. You're not going to ask her what her go-to snack is when she walks into a Sheets or a Wawa or a Buc-ee's or a Love?
Listen, a Buc-ee's, you walk in there about $6,000 lighter.
It gets dangerous. I have to give myself a budget, and I'm like, okay, you got 20 minutes in and out. You got to go.
Yes. Yeah, limited to 12 items.
Are you a beef jerky person though, or a chips, or are you a healthy eater?
I'm a mix. I love a good sparkling water. I'll try to find some fruit, but honestly, Flamin' Hot Cheetos is my kryptonite. So I'm just always stocking up on that.
4 or 5 years ago at Gainesville, right?
Mm-hmm.
With
Gainesville or Pomona?
Was it Gainesville when the rail came apart?
Gainesville,
right?
Yep.
That's listen. You're asked about this all the time. I get it, but run me through it, please. And for those that don't understand what we're talking about, we'll roll some B-roll over this too to show what we're talking about at Gainesville, 2021, I think it was, right?
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Run me through what happened with that.
So that was my beginning of my second year racing on Top Alcohol Dragster. And we were in our final round of qualifying in Gainesville. And I was, I think, number one qualifier, and I really wanted to, keep it. And I was still very early and fresh and new and with racing. And that I ended up trying to pedal the race car. I lost traction, so I tried to pedal it and basically had a blow over. My race car just, went straight up, ended up flying over the guardrail, across the other lane. I flipped 8 times. Massive crowd. It was my first time ever crashing anything. Never even had a fender bender. So that was my first crash I'd ever had. And that was a massive learning moment for me for so many different reasons. There was a lot of outside pressure kind of coming from, family and team of trying to be like, do anything you can to keep number one qualifier. And for me as a driver, really learning how to shut out a lot of outside pressures and do what felt comfortable for me was a huge thing. And that was a big lesson that I had to learn. Another one was just the crash, being my first crash and doing it in front of so many people on such a public stage, and it being such a dramatic incident. It really made me question whether or not I belonged out there. I'd had people when I first started racing. I did junior drag racing when I was younger. So I started racing when I was 14 years old. I didn't have the opportunity to travel as much as a lot of other people did. I didn't get to go on the road and compete as much. Our local tracks were still about 4 hours away, Sacramento and Bakersfield. And, like I said, my parents had a family business, and our jobs where we were supposed to, even as kids, still show up to the family business. And so I didn't have the opportunity to get as much racing experience. And then I went off to college, and then after college, it was kind of then where I kind of got back into racing, but I didn't have a really consistent background in racing like a lot of other people. And so because of that, I really questioned, after this crash, I was like, should I even be out here? Do I have what it takes? And I started listening to a lot of the negative comments of people questioning whether I should or should not be out there. And I kind of used that moment when I had the crash, and, the moment I crawled out of the race car and realized where I was on the track, I was like, damn it. I know what I did wrong, and I know not to do that. And I want to prove to people that I'm a lot better than this. And so we had a family talk after my crash, where my dad and my mom were like, nobody's going to judge you or question you if you walk away from this. A lot of people would never get back in a race car after, if they flipped 8 times. Nobody's going to judge you if you walk away. You can walk away with your, pride, your dignity still. And I was like, no, I need to get back in that car as soon as possible and show people that I'm so much more better than this. And I never got, I hadn't got the chance to show them what I'm capable of. And so that was really a driving factor. And it was such a challenging experience trying to get back in a race car. And, I remember we were had my new car built. We were getting my seatport, trying to do the seatbelts. And I started getting these flashbacks of flipping in the car. And I started panicking. And Richie Crampton, who was building the car for me, he raced Top Fuel Dragster for so many years and so many other classes. And he kind of really helped talk me down because he had been in some crashes as well. And he kind of helped get me in a good mindset of being like, take some deep breaths, you got it, but find your happy place again. Find your happy place and don't associate any fear. And so for me, after I was able to crash and then get back in that race car and continue racing, it really showed me that I'm capable of so much more and I'm a lot stronger. And so looking at that crash now, I'm so grateful that it happened so early on in my career, because I think it really taught me so many things, but especially it really taught me a lot about myself and what I can do. So now anytime there's anything I'm nervous or stressed or scared about, I'm like, hey, you crashed, you got in a race car, continue going. And then you came back the following year and won at the exact same race, at the exact same track a year later. So just accomplishing all of that just really makes me feel, it gives me the confidence, I can kind of do a lot of things in this world and not be too timid about it.
Again, Freak Nation, the full 40-minute interview up at Official Speed Freaks for Black Flag Confessions, and talking about her crew chief is her boyfriend. Know a little bit about working with your significant other, Crasher, correct? There it is.
Oh, absolutely. Hello.
We
make it work.
Cold smile. There it is. Freak Nation, coming up next, Beat the Freaks. Did we get beat? We'll get to that. Also, Joey Gross's accident, pro stock class. We'll highlight that. And probably get Richard C. Suave's take on Comic-Con in San Diego. It's all coming up. Speed Freaks Pits, Lucas Oil Studios.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance approaching ludicrous speed can't be a question. Start your engine! The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race, it's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at www.raceway.com.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Okay, we are running a car drive right now to help veterans all across America. So if you have an old car, truck, or van, even a motorcycle or an RV sitting around, you can right now give it away and help the vets. They really need your help. And your car will help support the vets and their families. And guess what? You even get a tax donation. Plus, we'll even come and pick up your car for free. And all you've got to do is pick up your phone right now and make a free call. Now is the perfect time to do something good for the vets. Give back to the vets right now for all they've done for this country. And your old car can really help them. So call the Veterans Car Donation Program right now for free pickup of your vehicle. Help the vets and help your taxes at the same time. Call right now.
800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. 800-883-3024. That's 800-883-3024.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.
GeneralTire.com, Freak Nation. It is hot out there. Make sure you're rolling on a new set of rubbers, man. GeneralTire.com to check out where you can pick up some General Tires. And coming up in moments, Cole Cusimano, Cody Big Ass Johnson will reveal if we got our ass handed to us by an individual who participated in our Beat the Freaks contest on Instagram at Official Speed Freaks, by the way. So Joey Gross, I wasn't familiar with the guy until he decided to have this accident in the fourth qualifying round. And the guy's okay. Walked away. But it's kind of gnarly. Got to remind yourself that when these pro stocks, you know, I'll need to see this video again to show where the fire hits. But first of all, let's just see this video. Let it play out with the announcing of the crash, and then come back to me, and we'll talk a bit about it.
Oh, Joey! Oh, no! Joey Gross is around. Upside down and into the wall.
Yeah. Opens the door.
The Simpson Safety Safari will roll.
Yeah. I believe the fuel container, Cole Cusimano, is in the front of your pro stock cars. That's hence the explosion. Again, here's the front view of it, and you'll see exactly where it gets squirrely, and he tries to drive through it like every other freaking hardcore racer does. Oh, I'll figure it out. Well, guess what? You didn't figure this out. Go ahead, front view.
Oh, Joey! Oh, no! Joey Gross is around. Upside down and into the wall.
Does that say trust me on the side of the race car?
Yeah, I don't know about that.
There you go, Freak Nation. Again, Joey walked away just fine. I say just fine, but he walked away. So there's your well, we've had a couple of big accidents today in the show with Jasmine and Joey. It's all right. They're good. They're good. Richard C. Suave took some time off. Was there in San Diego with Comic-Con, which originally started out as a comic book convention.
Truth, yeah.
50-something years ago?
50 plus years ago now,
Yeah.
yes.
And frankly, it's now just a big pop culture love fest, right?
It is the biggest pop culture convention in the United States, if not the world.
Right. So you're hanging out in San Diego. This is your, what, sixth?
I think this is the 6th time I've gone the
Got it.
last 10 years.
What's the attraction for you to hang out at Comic-Con there, my man?
Because it is the place to be. It is. I find it's so cool to just walk around the biggest convention floor there. We've all been to San Diego. You've seen how big that convention center is. You're talking 100,000 plus people in and around downtown San Diego. Yep. And I had a great time this weekend, and you're standing in a lot of lines at San Diego Comic-Con. And one of my favorite things to do every year is like just meet people who share your interests. And so I spend so much time this weekend, surprisingly, talking to people about the comic books that I've been reading and loving this year.
How do you seek an individual out? This determines what line you're in, that they talk about this comic book or this character?
Yeah, because you're usually in line to see a panel about a certain thing, or you're in line to do something related to that event. And so, yeah, that's always fun for me. It's always cool to go and go and sit on some of the panels that they have and hear people on a dais talk about the things you love. And it's great. And this year it was awesome because I got to meet a couple of the comic book writers and artists who I've been reading over the last years. I've gone back into comic books. And so that was awesome. And they were great people and cool to talk to. And
did you cross dress this year?
I did not wear any costumes this year. No cosplay.
But isn't that part of it though?
You can cosplay.
Was last year the Ryan Reynolds for you?
Last year was Ken from Barbie. Yeah.
Hey, Richie.
Too many blunders there.
What other Comic-Cons have you been to?
I've been to Phoenix Con.
Been to a couple of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But can we just say that San Diego Comic-Con is hallowed grounds? I mean, that's the Comic-Con.
Ah, yes, it is. I would say it is. Yes.
Makes a difference where else you go. Not as good as San Diego.
For the pop culture universe, I'd say it is. Yes.
Did you go to the Spaceballs panel by chance?
I did not. It's all right. It's a hard ticket, man. That was
okay. I know how that process works.
Who was on that panel?
Rick Moranis.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he was there.
He's back, baby.
Josh Gad, the whole old original
Are they
cast.
bringing Spaceballs too?
Yeah, they are.
No.
Minus John Candy, obviously.
Yeah.
The whole cast from the old one was there, and the new cast too. It was pretty cool stuff on social media that I saw.
All right. I will give each of you 2 guesses to guess what the first thing that I covered at the San Diego convention back in the mid-90s. Crash?
But you're talking about a Comic-Con convention?
No, there's an event that I covered there for my news station at the convention center. Yep, I believe it was 1990. 96 or 98.
It had to be the Adult Video Awards, man. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I was actually up for one of the awards. I wasn't covering it, Richie. Anybody have any idea?
96. That's when I was born, so I don't really know it was big back then.
Gaming?
Nope. Well, frankly, it could be some gaming going on.
The Recording Industry of America Association Convention.
Nope.
There could be gaming
Cody?
going on.
No idea?
Not even close.
I was hanging out with all my Republican buddies. It was the Republican National Convention.
Oh, dang.
Oh, wow.
Sounds like a blast.
I should have known that, man.
Bobby Dole with his pencil in his hand. Absolutely. Yeah, that's the year that they, again, when I was working at UPN News 13, I was the entertainment pop culture
yeah, there you go.
reporter, and they would send me around prior to the election. they wanted me to hit the Rock the Vote crowd. So I was there representing, 20s and 30-somethings and how they reacted to, Bob Dole and so forth at this Republican National Convention. And I remember being set up live one time on the set with Coolio on USC. He and I talked politics.
Coolio, that's crazy, man.
Yeah. Well, I just don't know if I could write a book and just anybody would really give an S. Because I could write a freaking book, my man.
You got some cool stories.
What time we got? All right. So Freak Nation, every Thursday, Friday, we give you a chance to give us your picks for the NASCAR Cup Series race. It's called Beat the Freaks, man. Instagram, official Speed Freaks, where if we pick you and your 3 picks and then you beat us, you get to take home a set of General Tires. Now, I know a number of us had Kyle C. Larson as our pick for this race.
You did not, though.
I didn't pick Kyle?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought I did, man.
That's a good thing, though, because Kyle Larson finished dead
you.
last.
Can you guys hear Cody?
It might be a good time to hammer out the punishment.
Ah, got it.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah, do we have a new low set?
That's right. I owe you a freaking, was it Sooners shirt?
Sooners, yep, Sooners
Dang,
shirt.
Man, we just don't pay off bets. That's Richie. He had a chance to wear a freaking Blackhawks thong, and I've never made him wear that damn thing.
Yeah, I refuse to.
All right, so here we go for Beat the Freaks for Pasta Pasquale taking on the Freaks. Let's see it. Wow.
What a crap
Congratulations,
show,
Polanco Pasta. Oh.
That has never happened where there's 3 of us below 50.
This is the worst we've ever done.
So,
oh my gosh.
I will never be picking Kyle Larson again in 2026. I don't know about you, Richie. But yeah. It's about it. It's time to stop.
Cole decided to go with his fellow paisano for the win there.
Yeah,
that's right.
Pasta
Polanco Pasta.
Yeah, we need to. I'm with you, Cody. We need to figure that out on our horsepower hump day punishments for below 50. Because that's Crasher's. That's
that'd
Crasher's
be my
third one. Yeah. Dang. Whoa. Kind of a shocker there, Freak Nation.
Yeah.
We'll do it again. Not this weekend, but the next weekend, which is Iowa.
Iowa, baby.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
Fun one.
Hallowed grounds.
Iowa.
Newton, Iowa.
Is this Iowa? Was this heaven?
Mm.
Sorry, backwards. I
Attaboy.
backwards the quote.
All right, Freak Nation, thank you guys for being a part of this big old thing. Be sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Official Speed Freaks, right now. That helps us, and we help you as you help us. Dig it? Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, or as the kids like to call it, X, and of course, Facebook. And don't forget Horsepower Hump Day, 5 o'clock Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific, right here at Official Speed Freaks on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. 3, 2, and later.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined. Keeping your pride and joy perfect is as easy as 1, 2, 3. Start with Slick Mist Speed Wax. Simply mist on and wipe off for a professional detailer shine. For your tires and trim, there's Lucas Slick Mist Tire and Trim Shine. Spray on and wipe off for better than new look. Then finish her with Lucas Slick Mist Interior Detailer. Just spray and wipe. Easy. Use Lucas Slick Mist Car Care products and she'll never look better. Fast, easy, and professional. Really, it's sort of like having an extra set of hands. Or 3.
Freak Nation, get this. General Tire has launched a comprehensive Shield Plus Advantage plan for passenger and light truck tires. What that means for you is when you purchase General Tires, the Shield Plus Advantage plan lets you enjoy a complete package of multiple warranties and coverage to get the most from your tires. The plan applies to all General Tire passenger and light truck tires purchased as replacements in the U.S. and Canada with DOT serial numbers. For more information, hit them up on GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of Speed Freaks for 2 decades.
The 5th annual Enjoy Illinois 300 is roaring into Worldwide Technology Raceway on Sunday, September 13th, bringing NASCAR Cup Series racing to the most challenging track on tour. Watch the world's greatest drivers battle it out in high-speed, side-by-side action. But it's more than a race. It's a full weekend experience. Whether you're a lifelong NASCAR fan or just looking for an unforgettable gateway getaway, get your tickets now at WWTRaceway.com.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
Some people, they follow the rules. Here at the Freak Nation, we don't. Go to our YouTube channel at Official Speed Freaks and hit the store link, and you'll be able to own a part of the Freak Nation, from adult to kids tees, freaking hoodies, beanies to styling lids, kicks, and coffee mugs. All carrying Speed Freaks attitude that's been rattling cages for 25 years. This ain't fashion. It's a big old fat middle finger to boring.
Hello.
You want to blend in? Keep walking. Hit up Speed Freaks YouTube page and bang the store link so you too can own a part of the Freak Nation.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas fuel treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system, pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas fuel treatment. It works.
Legacy isn't handed to you. It's earned.
40 years ago, people who chose the best came to General.
Mile by mile. For more than a century, General Tire has done one thing. Deliver. Wow! Because when it matters most, performance
Approaching ludicrous speed.
can't be a question.
Start your engine!
The road won't always be smooth. And conditions, well, they have a mind of their own. From the trail to the track, General Tire takes you further, wherever you want to go.
For more information, go to GeneralTire.com. General Tire, the official tire of the freaks for over 2 decades.
Speed Freaks, Motorsports Radio, redefined.